and welcome back to the channel! Yes! We're finally able to film games again. Hope you've been doing okay. How are you, mate?
I'm good, yeah.
Looking forward to the game?
Yeah, I haven't really touched any Warhammer in about 2 months.
I mean, apart from the odd painting, I've not really touched anything either. Yeah, it's kind of been a Warhammer-free zone for the past 3 months.
It's all tucked neatly under my bed.
Yeah, but I have been itching to play again.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh my god, I've been itching to play. And finally, we can have the ability to do so. We're going to try and stay as kind of socially distant as we can, so we're a little bit...
Hello! Can you hear me?
What? So yeah, we're going to try and stay a bit distanced for this game. We're only going to do 1500 points because we're all kind of rusty.
Yeah.
How does this game even work, Nick? I don't know.
I don't know, are there any updates?
What's a miniature? I don't know why I'm doing this old person thing, but it's a thing. So we're doing Seraphon versus Sylvaneth today.
A classic.
A classic. An absolute one of two of our original armies. Actually, both of our original armies, I think, yeah. 1500 points. We don't know the scenario yet, but we'll get to the list and scenario in just a second. It's good to be back. I hope you've all been keeping well. Let's get to the game.
Thank you! And here we have Sylvaneth, back on the channel. Nice to be back. We are trying a new glade. We're going for the Harvest Boon. So their special abilities are they can reroll hit rolls of 1 when the unit charges, which is their basic ability, Vibrant Surge. The command ability that all the heroes will get is Fertile Ground, so I can pick a unit wholly within 12 and add +1 to the attack's characteristics, so it gives like Dryads and the Carnosaur an extra bit of punch. I'll get into the artifacts of power and the command trait now. So, starting off with my leader for the day, bringing him out, dusting him off. Durthu, he's back.
Yes!
He has the command trait Seek New Fruit. So, after the general attacks with his melee weapon, he can make a 6-inch move, but must get outside of 3 of enemies. So it's kind of like a hit and run. I feel like it would be more useful on a smaller model because it can like jump back into terrain, or just kind of like get away and then wait for like that as a charge. His artifact of power will be the Harvest Boon's the Silent Sickle. So that's +1 attack to his sword, of course.
Nice.
It just says pick one of his Blair's Me weapons. Why would you choose anything other than that? Yeah, so that's basically Durthu right there. He's going to be hitting hard and hopefully surviving some. Then we have a Branch Wraith. I did make an error on the list. For some reason I put the Coronet Helm or something, or the Horn, which is actually from a different glade. But here, the Branch Wraith, she's going to have the Spirit Song Stave as usual, so an additional spell to be cast each turn. So, you know, thrones, grow some trees. But yeah, then we've got the Arch Revenant as well in his glory. Not going to be the general today, but you know he's still pretty good. He's got his ability is a 9-inch wholly within +1 attack. So I'm trying to really make a benefit of like the +1 attack to the whole unit. It only goes up to 12 inches when he is the general. So you know 3 inches is going to make a difference. Then we've got some Kurnoth with swords and also bows, but we're using them with swords today. Printed up in their special glade with their armours. 30 Dryads for Battleline. And then we have a battalion called the Outcasts, which is 3 units of Spite Revenants, 1 unit of 10, 2 units of 5, because Outcasts. Basically, if you take a morale check, and any models flee, I think it's adds D3 to it. I will reiterate that with... rules. I think it is that. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it probably is. It's all right. If not, we'll just go over it in the game. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. And that is 1,490 points of Sylvaneth. Come on, Sylvaneth, you can bring back the woods, and they have their woods free set up.
True. And here we have 1,500 points on the nose of Koatl's Claw Seraphon. So, Koatl's Claw gives me Savagery Incarnate, add 1 to hit rolls for friendly Koatl's Claw Saurus units if they make a charge move. All of my leaders get Controlled Fury. I can use this command ability on a Koatl's Claw Saurus unit wholly within 24 of a friendly Saurus hero. That unit counts as having made a charge move for the purposes of Savagery Incarnate. So then we'll go on to my leaders. We've got a Oldblood on Carnosaur, who is leading the force as the dominant predator. So when he spends a command ability on a Saurus unit on a 4+, I will receive 1 extra command point. So if he spends his command abilities on Saurus units, he gets command abilities back very easily. Next we've got a Saurus Scar Veteran on Carnosaur with a War Spear, and he will have the Koatl's Claw Artefact, the Eviscerating Blade, where 6 to hit are 2 mortal wounds in addition to his damage, which is very nice. Then we have a little Starpriest. No Slan, you might be thinking. Why aren't you running Croak or a Slan? Well, the reason is I don't have Croak, and B, I don't want to run a Slan. It's actually kind of a fluffy army in that sense, which is kind of cool. But no, I do have a Starpriest just for a little bit of magic with the Hand of Glory spell and, of course, his built-in spell. Next, we'll go into Battleline. I've got a lot of Battleline. I've got 1 unit of 10 Saurus Knights with War Spears. I've got 1 unit of 5 Saurus Knights with the Warglaives, just to hold objectives probably. I have 2 units of 20 Saurus Warriors with clubs. And I have 2 units of Skinks with the blowpipe and shields as they are modelled. And then finally, I've got 1 unit of Terradon Riders to bring me nicely to 1,500 points with an extra command point that I have bought. So that is 1,500 points of Seraphon. We'll see how it goes. Let's roll up a scenario. Get to the table.
Do you have a battalion?
No battalion.
So you just bought the extra command point?
Just bought the extra command point. Yeah. You will get a triumph though. That is something to note. Which is cool.
Oh, we always forget those unless we're playing Caradron.
It's been 3 months. We might
I'll roll
forget
that
them.
up and then I'll mention it at the start of my turn.
Yeah, no problem. But that is 1,500 points. Seraphon, let's get to the game. Relocation orbs are a rare magical phenomena that can materialise anywhere in the mortal realms. They are highly prized for the potent energies they emit, which can be siphoned for use in numerous types of arcane rituals. So, this is the Relocation Orb. The battle is fought to control 1 objective. It starts the battle located at the centre of the battlefield and changes location at the end of each battle round as described below. When determining control of an objective, each hero with an artifact of power and each wizard that is within 3 of the objective count as 20 models instead of 1. The object locates to a new position on the battlefield at the end of each battle round. Control of the objective is lost when it relocates. To determine the objective's new location, roll a dice and consult the position on the scenario map. The objective remains at the new location until the end of the following battle round. Each player scores victory points if they control the objective at the end of each of their turns as follows. If the player controls the objective and they had the first turn in that battle round, they score 1 point. If they control the objective and have the second turn in the current battle round, they score 3 victory points. And here we are deployed for Relocation Orb. Right, so we've gone through the scenario. Jeremy has been allocated his little position in the middle of the board. The dog is back. So we're here. I think what's happened is we are expanding our territory, the Koatl's Claw. This is not sitting right with the Sylvaneth at all. They do not like that we're transforming. I mean, they're like jungles, like nature, just on their terms.
Yeah.
Just not on my terms.
Or maybe you stole a seed from someone else.
Potentially.
And you're like, oh, we'll grow this, but it'll be sort of, it'll be, in our eyes, corrupted because we're the planters.
That's
right?
true.
So
we are.
You stolen a soul seed.
We are unclean. Right. So yeah, well, this is the table. We have got some some arcane, some mystical, some what was 2 again? Inspiring, was it?
Yes, I
inspiring,
hope so.
Inspiring, mystical, terrain set up. But Nick did finish deploying first. So who is going first, mate? Oh, roll your triumph, sir.
Yes.
So let's roll it up.
Let's roll it on the new board of dreams that I've created.
Hey.
Look at this, folks. I made this
To be
myself.
fair, you made it yourself. It's pretty good.
It's not so good.
And he's already claimed it with his dice.
It's
A 4. I'm not sure what 4 is, but that will be your triumph for the game.
Okay.
We'll check it out.
That.
But who is going first, Nick?
I think I'm going to make you go first.
Ooh, okay.
Because I always seem to like do a load of things and then you react. Now
Okay.
I'm going to see if I can try and react to you.
Sure.
And
I like it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to... I might have put this in the overlay, but there are 30 Dryads in the Glade. I don't know if I put it in the overlay, because I might forget. So I'll just mention that on camera. So we'll be back with Seraphon, turn 1. Just before we get into this game, I need to give a massive, massive thank you to our patrons that have continued to support us even through lockdown, when I know times are tough out there for a lot of people. So I just want to give a special thank you to Christian Guzman, Chris Ashworth, Phil Stoltz, Chris Gully, Gary Stephen, Scott Cotham, and Andrew Stephen. Thank you so much. You are amazing.
Thank you.
So at the start of the hero phase, I get to pick a sacred asterism. So I've only got one wizard, which is the Starpriest, but I'm going to pick the Hunter Steed for add 1 to run and charge rolls for friendly Seraphon units this turn, right? And then next, on a 5+, he will give me a command point. We won't use the dice tray for this one because it's just one roll. On a 5+, no extra command points, so I gain 1 and I have 1 bought, so that's 2 command points. Then the rest of the hero phase is just going to be a spell, and he's going to attempt to cast Hand of Glory on probably the Knights. So let's roll that up. Super quick, 2 dice, requires a 6. Gets it with a 9. There are no ways we are outside of unbinding range for both of our wizards, mate.
Yes.
And that's the hero phase. When you don't have a slam, the hero phase is a lot quicker. Weirdly, who would have thought? Just kidding, I do have a Serpent Staff ability to give with the Starpriest, which again will go on the Knights. They've got Hand of Glory for rerolling ones to hit, and the Serpent Staff for wound rolls of 6 are a mortal wound in addition. Movement phase! So this is the end of the movement phase, so my flanks have come right on the flanks. These guys ran 20 inches to protect my left flank. The Saurus, the whole meat and potatoes of the army has just trudged up 5. The Skinks were initially going to run up the full 11 or 12 that I rolled with their run, but they've decided to be a bit more conservative because just in case of double turn shenanigans. Again, meat has just shimmied forward, not reusing run. And then my other flank of Saurus Knights, they did run, and they're going to do a far flanking maneuver as well, basically mirroring what my Terradons are doing, just not as fast as my Terradons, to give something Nick to think about, I think. And I think we'll go on to the shooting phase with some Skinks to see if they're in range. Okay, so 6 are in range to shoot the Kern off. So they're going to be hitting on 5s, wounding on 5s. I think, I'll double check. 1 hit, 5s to wound. 1 wound on the Kern of Hunters, mate.
1 save to make on the Kurnoth. And
Hooray!
he made it!
No, he didn't.
Oh, I thought that was a 5.
got
It's
bolted.
because the thing on the camera is in the way, the wavelength thing.
Oh,
okay, so he did that save.
So Nick was very kind after me rereading the rules to let me just bump a skink. He had enough movement just to get within 3. I thought it was within 6 of the objective to capture it. It's not, it's within 3. So Nick very kindly let me bump my skink a little inch forward. That sounds weird. But yeah, good stuff.
So you score 1
I will
point.
score 1 at the end of this turn.
Yeah. And then we're back onto shooting phase with these Skinks now.
So 2 are in range of Durthu and 4 are in range of the Spite Revenants.
Indeed. Roll your dice, sir.
Oh, will. 4 onto the Spite Revenants. 2 hits. 2 wound. Nothing. And then we'll just carry on because it's only 2 dice. Into Durthu. No hits. Shooting completed because the Terradons are out of range.
Ah.
So charge phase, there is none. Combat phase, done. Battle shock phase, done. So my friend, that is the first turn done. Hero phase, Sylvaneth. Nick, what are we doing?
The Branch Wraith is going to sit on her throne of vines on 5.
Yes.
Cast on 8.
Can't unbind.
Can't unbind. +2 to spells, and with her Spirit Song stave, she can cast another spell. So she's going to summon and Awaken Wildwood.
Nice. Ooh, 7. I think
9.
I think gets it.
7 gets it, but +2 for the throne.
Nice.
I will deploy a wood.
Suits you, sir.
Around here.
Luscious.
Blooming.
How you're blooming amazing.
Yeah, so that'll add some benefits to going bamfing everywhere. Are we using the word bamfing again, folks?
Hooray!
So-
I now feel like we've fully returned to form. Bamfing is a thing.
That's all she wrote for magic.
Hero phase and magic, yeah.
There's no other command abilities that need to be used yet, so we'll be back with movement.
Excellent.
These Spite Revenants here have just moved slightly away from the flank because they want to be away from those
Saurus Knights?
Saurus Knights. The Koatl have moved up, possibly going to get a charge in, maybe, I don't know, just want to get right in there, see what happens. The Spite Revenants here did move up to be within range, but I then ran Durthu, he got a 5 on his run, so he's now captured that with 20 models on the objective. So it's just like they're just kind of like chaff in front of the hero, maybe. The Revenant flew into the trees to give his buff to wherever he is needed. These 10-man Spite Revs have moved just to the edge of the trees, just to protect the Branch Wraith. Branch Wraith hasn't moved because she's on her throne, and the Dryads are still hidden away in the glade.
Cowards!
One thing to note that I don't know if I've mentioned yet, the place of power is this Azurite ruins in the middle. Places of power basically mean that if I'm wholly within 6 of the terrain feature, so that's a big bubble in the middle of the board, I will get no bravery, immune to battle shock. I do already have a couple of buffs for +1 bravery from heroes or from abilities, but that's just that. And that's basically the end of the movement phase. We're going to shooting, of which there is none because Durthu ran, and no one else shoots vines.
No.
And then we're going to do
Some charges.
a Koatl charge.
Ooh,
Let's see what we get.
10 inch. So we have one charge. Koatl. Skinks. 10 inches. Do it. Oh, you did? Oh, you did? Well, are you going to take it then? Because he was going to roll just to see if he made it.
Yeah, I guess I'll take it.
Yeah, we'll move him in. Crash, charging into the Skinks. This guy makes it within half an inch, and the rest have just moved 10 inches. Nick opting to take that charge. So we'll go on to the combat phase. Any command abilities for you, mate? There's none for me, just FYI. No,
I don't think I need to spend any at the moment to mulch that unit.
It's like, I don't really care about the Skinks. So let's pile in and get some dice. After the piling looking like that, we've got 20 attacks, but 4 of them hit on 2. So here's 16 hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of what, Nick? Your harvest
Boon charge.
Nice. Reroll the 1s.
So 2 missed.
3s to wound.
Yes.
Oh, nice. Okay, 2.
So 1, 2, 3 of them are 6s.
So 3
which is
mortals.
the sundering wounds.
So
and
3
they're
mortals.
in addition.
Yeah.
So that's what, 5, that's 12.
12 so far. Now
12.
add your champion.
Yeah, I mean, does the
Champion.
champion overkill?
Maybe. 2s. All hit. Just roll a wound. 2. So that's 14 6-up saves because I get +1 to save because of Starbucklers. 14 6-up saves. That's all of them dead. Even with the -1 damage from Coalesce, that is all Skinks dead with the 3 more wounds as well.
Yeah,
Let's wipe that unit out.
Yeah, your blood toys point.
Is the aftermath of that unit. I was hoping one would survive, but I've just noticed while we're talking about this, he's within 3. I'm going to pile in an attack.
Okay.
So I have 3 attacking, the leader and 2 Skinks, 5s and 5s with their daggers. 2 hits, look at that. 2 wounds! What is going on?
No, guys! Is it these that will cause first blood? Or first sap?
Yeah. Skinks have done 2 wounds to your entire army so far.
Nice. Down to 3 wounds on this Carnosaur.
And that will be the end of the combat phase. We've got some trampling underfoot to do, so what's the rule here, mate?
At the end of the combat phase, I can pick 1 enemy unit within 1 inch. Thanks for coming closer, Phil.
No problem.
And on a 4+, that enemy unit suffers a mortal wound. So it's for each model in this unit, but it's only... Oh, is it 2? There's 2 models within range.
Yeah, within
so
range.
So on 4+, that'll be a mortal wound
Okay.
each. So yeah,
Oh,
mortal
nice.
wounds.
So somehow these 2 died.
Yes. It's the domino
Excellent.
effect, people.
Yeah, of course. And that is it. So actually, no. You know what? I'm going to retract that real quick. I'm going to keep them there. And I'm actually going to take these 2 because you're still in melee, still in combat. Just leaves up, if I get the turn, more of a gap. Okay, that's the end of the turn, Nick. You do score 3 points because you wholeheartedly took this objective back at the end of the turn, and we will have to move Jeremy. So at the end of the battle round, Jeremy, not liking being surrounded by trees, but does like them enough to move. Where's he going, Nick? We rolled a 2, bloop, boing, over there. And then we'll go, with the dead sprite revenant. Then we will roll off for the next turn, and I do win ties. Roll off for battle round 2. I got a 2. A 1!
No! It was in my rush.
Okay.
No double turns here.
No double turns here. I will definitely be taking the turn, so we're back with Seraphon turn 2. So actually having a think about it, guys, I think I'm going to take the second turn in this, because at the moment, the Kurnoth are in combat with these Skinks. Ooh, that's a point. What's Durthu's shooting like? Out of interest. We'll check.
Hey, not great.
So after looking at the stats of the shooting, I think I am going to let you take this turn, mate.
Okay.
I think I want you to go first, because I want to have the chance to get 3 points. The chance. Doesn't mean I'm going to get it. I just want I want the chance to get 3 points. So, we'll be back with Sylvaneth, turn 2. Not Seraphon. Right, going into the hero phase, Nick, what you're starting with?
So the Wraith is going to attempt to cast Verdant Blessing, which is grow some more trees, which she gets with a 9.
Yep. Excellent.
Are you in range to dispel?
Nope.
Okay, so I will set those trees up.
Okay, do we know where roughly they're going?
We'll zoom out to these areas.
And then we'll just see where they end up.
Yeah.
The trees have grown. I was trying to think of something clever to say, and it just wasn't coming. I mean, I don't think of much clever things to say, and it just was not happening.
We're going to rouse the Wrath into that trees and make the trees move. Cast on a 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, it gets it.
So it gets them.
So what does this mean?
10 Dryads grow there.
So the summoning. Excellent. So we'll show you. They're going to be around about here-ish. You're not going to say anything? We're kind of rusty on this, folks. We'll get back to the swing eventually.
I've grown some trees, and then I've grown some more trees within the trees.
Excellent. Okay, so is that
That's what spell's done.
Okay.
Then we're back with movement, where I shall make things appear and make things transport.
Excellent.
Sweeping in from the right side, so after growing some trees and then growing some trees within some trees.
That's why she's called Miracle Grow.
The Dryads have grown to basically cover my flank, maybe do a charge, just basically put some pressure on this side, so it gives me more of a board control. The Spite Revs have moved out from their terrain feature, and they're going to go and cleave up some Skinks. Durthu's kind of pivoted on the spot, not knowing what to do. These Spite Revs have come within 3 inches of the centre ground. Basically, I want to get into the centre because the orb could relocate back to the centre. So if I progress on the centre, that makes you going to charge or be reactive.
Sure.
The Kurnoth have retreated out to be more of a shield to the giant unit of Dryads that are capturing the orb, along with Miracle Grow in there, who has left her throne on this side and come across so that she can be more of a presence on this side of the battlefield for ranges and summoning units. The Spite Revs have moved up just to be a bit more of a protection against. So the Dryads are basically, I'm getting this objective. Even though I'm going first, but then you've got to take it off me to get that 3.
Yeah, see, thinking about it, was it a mistake going second? But then if I went first, I'd just be trickling in 1 point after 1 point.
Yeah, exactly.
And I wasn't in a bad position
I think it's
to give away the turn.
Exactly.
You
I
know?
think it's also good for a challenge.
Maybe.
So it means that you need to push on a goal.
Maybe.
So giving yourself a goal in the game as well is like, it makes you pursue one cause, which is I need to get the objective and push it. Who haven't I? Oh yes, my Revenant, Arch Revenant have moved just so she can remain wholly within 9 of a bunch of units, so that she can give her buff even though the Carnosaur are still round. So that's a really amazing rule that I overlooked, which is so the hero ability +1 attack can be put from the Carnosaur. So the Carnosaur are basically a hero themselves, which is amazing for damage. But yeah, so we're going to do some shooting now. Dirthu did just wobble, but he's going to shoot some Verdian beams at the... Skinks, probably, yeah. I will tell the folks at home, sir, that Dirthu the Mighty is going to Radiant Beam.
All I said to him was like, oh, do you want to tell the folks at home? And it makes me sound so passive-aggressive. I shall tell the folks then, Phil. Damn you to hell.
I'd like to believe that the beam comes from his sword. That's where all the power is.
I like the idea of that. Okay, let's do it.
6 shots, hitting on 4s. Well, that's 4 hits.
Yeah, go for it.
No 6s of a specialty. 3s to wound.
3 wounds. So, 6 up save. Because of the star bucklers. Nope, I failed all.
D3 each.
Well, can't grab those. 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds. Wait. 3 goes down to 2. 1, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 wounds. Because it's a damage of the weapon. I don't think I've forgotten that so far. No, I haven't.
So it only halved with the sword, but you had 12 failed saves.
They all died. Yeah. So that is 4 dead skinks. Crunch, leaving just the 4 skinks remaining. Is that your shooting?
That is my shooting.
So we're back with the charge phase. Spy Revenants. Get to 9. Nicely done. We'll move them in. Ending the charge into the skinks. Okay, next.
Right, this is this unit.
Yeah, 6. Won't do it.
It won't.
Well, it'll get them into there.
Yeah, I could get into there.
Do you want to re-roll it?
It does push me forward, though. It does push me forward.
Sure. Are you going to re-roll it or not?
No, I'm not going to re-roll it. I'm going to
not going to re-roll that one? Okay.
I am...
Are they going to charge into the skinks just to get some inches? We'll let you decide. I done goof, guys. This is actually arcane, not inspiring, so you would have been at +3. Doesn't make a difference, but I thought I'd just get that in there.
All spells were cast.
Yeah, all spells from the Branch Wraith.
Also, that one's arcane as well.
Yeah. So we finish up the charge, crashing into the skinks as well. Is there any other charges? Do you want to try and long bomb a 9 here?
Oh yeah, I do need to do that.
Okay, let's do it. An 8, no pluses.
No.
Does not make the charge. And I think that's all your charges?
Yeah, Dirthu's not charging.
Okay, so we're back with whoever you swing with. Going to do the 5-man first, so that's going to be
16 attacks. Hitting on 3s. Re-rolling a 1.
Nice.
Still miss. 3s to wound. Ah, look at all those 2s. I believe that's 4.
4 wounds onto the skinks. They have a rend or they don't have a rend?
They don't have a rend. They get your shield save.
Okay. 5+ save for the skinks. There's no command abilities. Anyone's popping. 2 die. 2 skinks drop.
Nice.
Hooray!
Fight back with them.
Woo. I will remove these 2 just to limit the amount of other guys that can get in. And I'll pile in, just do it on camera, why not? Like so. And I'll swing back against the unit of 5. 3 attacks from the skinks that are left there. Did we show the... Yeah, I did pile in, didn't I? I couldn't remember. 5's to hit, 1 is a champ, they all missed. Huzzah! Back to you!
I will pile in with these guys.
So we've got 1, 2, 3...
I have figured out how to work out which one is...
The leader?
Leader.
Okay.
It's the one with the boobs.
Okay. Out of all the things I was expecting you to say, I wasn't expecting that.
So she's out of the range. Yeah, the bodies have like one that can be built
As
like
female.
yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So she's out of range. So it'll be 9 attacks.
Cool.
3
Just
and 3s.
but yeah, I would have called her the leader anyway because she looks badass compared to the rest. But anyway, carry on.
Got a 1. Reroll it.
Yep, reroll.
Nice.
Only one missed.
Huzzah!
Just roll it all on once. Wow.
Pretty
3,
good.
6, 7 wounds. 7 wounds, 5 up save. That's 4 dead skinks, which there's only 2 left, so that is the unit destroyed. So that is the end of the turn for the Sylvaneth. If we pan over, Nick does control Jeremy for 1 point. I don't know how I'm going to get it back, but again, I don't think I lost anything too much giving away the turn there. This might be an issue, but I think I can punch through that this turn.
I did a measurement with these 10-man unit of Spite Revenants, and they were precisely 6 inches. The second part of the unit, so this bit here, was 6 away and still 6 away from the Skinks. So I chose to kind of merge a little bit here to block this away.
Yeah, nice.
So it's kind of, you have to kill those Spite Revenants before you get to any more of my
Absolutely.
forces.
So we'll be back with Seraphon turn 2. Right, so start the hero phase. I'm going to roll for an astral profit, my friend. On a 5 up. No, I don't get a command point. Next I need to pick my Sacred Asterism, and I think I'm going to pick, for this turn, the Great Drake, targeting my Oldblood so he gets +1 attack to all melee weapons. And just so you're aware, guys, that does affect the mount because it's not a command ability and it's not a command trait. So it will affect the mount's attacks as well. There's a lot of debate about that, but it does affect the mount because it's not a command ability or artifact. Okay, so Serpent Staff going on to the Saurus Knights.
Nice.
So 6 wound are mortal. And then my one spell, I'm going to try and cast Blazing Starlight, cast on a 6.
Well,
Gets it on a 12. Do you have any pluses to unbind?
no.
No. So that does go off. That'll be onto the
Carnosaur.
Carnosaur Hunters -1 to hit because I'm going to try and kill them this turn. There's a
Okay.
lot of wounds to chew through, but I'm going to give it a go. And then I think that's everything. I think we're going to be back with movement, I believe. Don't think I've missed anything, so let's be back with movement. End of the movement phase, we'll go from left to right. So the Terradons have just started cutting a path, cutting a line through the middle of Nick's forces. Going to try and get relevant, throw some leech bowlers on the way through. The Saurus are going to converge on those Spite Revenants, along with the Saurus Scar Veteran, who is walking up to charge the other Spite Revenants. The Starpriest has moved forward just to be relevant in the game and still provide his buffs. The Knights have started to make a charge formation towards the Colonel Hunters, staying outside of 3 from the Spites and the Kernoth, while the Oldblood has moved up full 10 to try and get relevant into the Kernoth Hunters and maul them in melee. To do all of this, what I needed to do is get a nice big run roll for this unit of Saurus. When I rolled a 1. Of course I did. But I did spend a command point from my general to make it a 6. Now I need to roll to see if I get that command point back on a 4+ because of Dominant Predator. I've got 3 command points. I've used 1 to make it a run roll of 6. Let's see on a 4+. Yes, I did not spend that command point effectively, so I've still got 3 command points. And then the far unit of Saurus have flanked round, trying to do a charge through the ruins into the mystical ruins, actually, into the Spite Revenants. The Blazing Starbolt from the Oldblood is going to target the Branch Wraith.
Yes.
Alright, let's roll up. I'll get D6 shots. D6 shots. 1 shot. Hits on a 4 now because of Lookout Sir. It hits. It wounds on a 4. It wounds. It's -1 rend. Oh, you save it. Nice.
Yeah.
So, Terradon's going to unleash their Sun Leech Bowlers into this large unit of Spite Revenants. I get D6 shots each, but the Alpha gets +1, so it's 3d6 +1. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 shots. 4s to hit. We have 3 hits, not great. 3s to wound. No wounds! They've paid for themselves.
Wow, wow, wow.
So, the Oldblood charging in. Let's see it. I don't know what he needs. We'll measure it up in a second. Wait, 7?
7.
7, we'll measure that up. Right, so he's crashing in like that. A little bit of a dangerous spot, but you know what? It's okay. Next, the Knights. A 5 will make it.
Wait, did you get +1 to charge?
No, not this turn. I
Okay.
picked Great Drake. So 5 inches will make the charge. I'm going to keep that, I think, and move them in. Cool, ending up with the Knights charging in to assist the Carnosaur. Next we'll do the Lieutenant going in, charging. Reroll, it's not flat. 4 inches, that gets him in, basically straightforward. Crunching in there. Next we'll do the Saurus. Doing these 5. 6, that'll get him in, I'll move them all and then we'll be back.
Charge completed.
Woo! Saurus in. Now the last charge of the day. These Saurus Knights. Hooah! A 7, I'll measure it up.
Ending the charge through the ruins.
Absolutely.
So on a roll of a 6, guys, the Terradons, it doesn't know, they would have been affected by the end of the charge phase, being attacked by Rouse to Wrath. Not Rouse to Wrath, but the Awakening of the Wood. And they're out because it's only within 1 inch now of trees.
But you're going to do something with your Koatl, aren't you?
Yeah, so I'm going to Enthicket them, which is at the start of the charge phase as well. I don't know why you do it at the start before a charge was being met.
Oh, because if it's your turn, you can't say, I'm going to Enthicket then charge. Or if it's at the end of the charge phase, you'll charge then Enthicket.
Okay, so before you've even charged, I can go Enthicket.
Correct. It's a failsafe for yours.
Okay,
anyway.
So they're Enthicketed, as that's reroll save rolls.
And then going on to the start of the combat phase, it's my turn. I'm going to give reroll 1s to hit to my general and the unit beside him. But let's see if I get the command points back. So all out attack on the Oldblood, do I get the command point? Yes. All out attack on the Saurus Knights, I lose the command point. So I'll go down to 2.
Cool.
2 command points left.
Do you want to spend any more?
All of the rest of the ones I can use are just in the combat phase, not at the start.
Oh.
So I can just use them whenever.
Nice. And you're going to chomp some Colonel.
The Oldblood's going first.
Yeah.
Yes, and he will spend a command point because I'm going to choose him to give himself an extra +1 to hit, basically for the. I'll check actually. Might not need it. I'll double check. So I've piled in. I've been very aware to keep the Dryads outside of 3, so they're not in the combat. I get +1 attack because of the Great Drake, and I also get +1 to hit because I charged on all my attacks, and my jaws for the Carnosaur also get +1 to hit, a further +1 to hit because of pinned down. So we'll go through the things. So first of all,
only if you claw me.
No, not anymore. So let's do it. Sunstone Spear, 4 attacks now. Hitting on 2s because I charged. Reroll the 1s because of all out attack. Okay, so that's 4 hits. Wounding on 3s. That's 3 wounds at -1 rend, mate.
3 saves on the Kernoth, 5 up, re-rolling. So saved 1 so far.
Yep.
And re-rolling because they are Enthicketed. Nope.
Okay, so that's 6 damage total.
So 6 so far. I'll just keep recording
this. No problem. Next we'll go with the Clawed Forelimbs, which now has 3 attacks. Hitting on 2s. Reroll the 1s. Wounding on 3s. That's 2 wounds, no rend for this one, mate.
No rem, so 2 saves of 4 up.
Yep, rerolling.
Definitely need to reroll that. Or drop them on the floor.
So 1, that's 2 damage.
So it goes up to 8.
And now here's the big one.
Okay.
Normally 3 attacks, +1 because they're coalesced, +1 for the Great Drake. So
2s and 3s.
2, well, normally 4s, +1 because I charged, +1 because you've got a wounds characteristic of 7 or less. And I'm rerolling 1s. Okay, then wounding on 3s. 3, a -1.
So these are 5 up.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Oh, nice! 5 extra damage.
So that is 8 goes to 13.
13 damage. That's
13
3 dead.
damage.
One's on 3
So
wounds.
yes, that is right.
Nice.
So I will take.
Happy with that.
Yeah, I'll take the 3. I think I know which ones to do. Removing 3 Kernoth from here.
Chompy chomp.
I will be choosing the 10-man unit of Spite Revenants next. I was going to choose the Kernoth, but after their debuff and the fact that the damage is being halved, I don't feel like I'm going to kill enough of the Saurus to negate them, and it will just give Phil a chance to wipe through that unit of Spite Revs.
Look into that. He's growing. He's learning.
3 months in the Batcave,
Good
you know.
man. Good man. No, that's absolutely the 100% correct choice.
Okay.
Revenants have piled in, striking the Saurus. 32 attack, 33 attacks.
What was my
value?
Your triumph is automatically past battle shock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not relevant then.
No, not right now.
And I can't do all-out attack or defense at the beginning, so on to 3s and 3s.
Yeah.
Whoa. Roll it in the dice tray, folks.
24 hits. Sorry, 25 hits because you're champion. What are they now? 4s or 3s?
3s to wound.
Oh, that's decent. 18 saves of 4 up on the 4 up on the Saurus. Okay, let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is a great roll. 7 Saurus drop.
After 7 Saurus get struck down, it is taking you below the 15 mark, so that's taking an attack off that unit. So I think that was a really valuable strike.
Absolutely.
And some good dice rolls.
Yep, and if we pan over to this far side, I'm going to go with those Knights next.
Interesting choice.
Okay, so 11 attacks from the guys on top with their Celestite blades, hitting on 2s because I charged. Everything hit, so wounding on 3s. Okay, so 10 wounds.
Nice. Any rend?
No rend.
10 5-up saves. They look dead.
Yeah, that's it. That's the unit.
Although I did the one now.
Yeah.
These get ridden down by just the swords alone.
Yeah, just the swords. So going with the Kernoff next, his next choice. We can't get that third guy in range because he's not within 2 of anything and he only needs a 1-inch pile in. So who are they attacking, these two? Both into the Knights or one into the Oldblood, one into the Knights?
Putting one into the Oldblood because he'll just
That's fair.
save it.
Okay, so champion.
I think it's the champion and the guy at the front going into the Saurus.
Let's do it. So both going into the Saurus Knights.
Yeah, but I need to do them separately. So the champion hits on 3s normally, goes to 4s.
Yep.
No, hits on 2s because he's +1 to hit.
Then goes to
3s, so hits on 3s.
The Starlight. And then add the other 4.
And then the 4 hits on 4s.
Yep, now. Which actually didn't make a difference for him.
And then 3s to wound, of which 1 is a mortal wound.
Ah, nice. So 1 mortal and 2 saves of -1.
Yes.
5-up save. I make 1 fail 1. Normally 2 damage goes down to 1, so I take a total of 2 damage, 1 mortal and 1, and that will kill this guy at the back here. Boop.
And that was basically...
That was all she wrote for those ones, isn't it? I'll have a little think and get back with my decision. So the Scar Veteran is piled in. He's going to put the Spear and the Forelimbs into the 5-man Spike Revenant squad, and the massive Carnosaur Jaws into the 10-man.
Carnosaur calls.
6 attacks with the Spear, hitting on 2s because I charged. So that's 2 mortal wounds and 5 hits. And then wounding on 3s. 4 wounds, no rend.
See if I can save this 5-man unit. Any rend?
No rend. 5-up save. That's 2 damage apiece because I charged.
2, 4, 6 plus the ball. Yes, that's the 5-man dead.
Yeah. And just a note, because both my Carnosaurs have eaten something. Wait, actually, let me just double check that quickly. Yes. So as both my Carnosaurs have killed models, they can run and charge for the rest of the game.
Ugh.
Yeah. Alright, so next, the Forelimbs are... He's making fun of my alright, because I always say alright, which is fair enough.
Alright.
Alright.
Carnosaur.
Okay, the clawed Forelimbs are useless, because the unit is dead. And so we're going with the massive jaws with 4 attacks, because I'm coalesced. Hitting on 2s, +1 for charging, +1 because you've got wounds characteristics of 7 or less. 2s to hit.
Aha, 1.
Oh, and then 3s to wound. 2 wounds, -1 on the 10-man unit. That's 10 damage.
10 damage?
5 damage each. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot. So that's that unit wiped out.
Yep, so that...
But alright, they are wholly within 6 to automatically pass that out.
That's good. There was some
That's so crazy that it's like, 2 wounds, that's 10 damage. What?
Says the Durfy player with 6 damage weapon.
Hey, if I get the next turn, mate, I am going to cleave that Carnosaur and then get ripped apart by that one.
That's fair. After the devastation wrought by the Carnosaur, the Arch Revenant is going next. He's just moved. He's just within 3. He's going to get, just so he's got his 2-inch reach spear onto my Knights. Let's go. What? Okay.
I'm not rolling on the dice tray because I forgot about the dice tray. 2 hits.
2 hits.
No rerolling 1s. And no wounds, so it literally made no difference.
No difference. As said by the man himself, difference was made.
What happens when you don't use your own dice tray?
No difference was made today. So I'm going to go with the Saurus next as my choice because they can pile in because I charged. So what I'm going to do is, because I want to get within 12 to Battle Shock, I'm going to go towards a close model, which is of course Sturthu. And I'm going to jump like so, pile in, and that should put me within 12. Let's check. Doing it live on camera. Yes, it does.
Or within 6 of him.
Yes, but if I do it from my general on a 4-up, I won't spend the command point.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the plan.
But you're not coming near Darth, you're just coming closer to him.
Close
not
to
in range.
him. Yeah, no, definitely not.
And
I'll
then,
use the rest of the movement just to...
And then I have no piles in, so your last pile in will be the Knights.
Yeah. The Knights have piled in. I've got 2 that are going to fully attack the Revenant, and then 4 that are going to attack the Kurnoth Hunters. Okay, so we'll do the 2 on the Revenant first. We've got 4 War Spear attacks. Oh, I am going to spend a command point from my leader, my general, to give them an extra +1 to hit. So then on a 4-up, do I spend it? Yes, I do. So I'm down to 1 command point. Okay. So now 4 attacks from the War Spears, hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. Yep, so all hit. Wounding on 3s. So 1 mortal wound because of Serpent Staff, and then 4 saves at no rend.
I think he has a 4-up.
Well, that is 2 damage apiece because of the spears, so that's 6 plus the mortal wounds for 7. That he is a dead boy.
Yep.
We've just taken into account that the Arch Revenant would have had cover. We've just rolled the extra attacks for the Knight, and he still dies to the wound.
Yeah, 5 wounds ain't a lot,
Yeah,
folks.
so balance has been restored. So just before I continue the rest of the Knight's attacks, we did go back and roll for Mystical for all of the models that were here. Literally, you made 1 when I overkilled the unit by a lot.
Yeah.
So no one survives here. But we'll continue. So we've got 9 attacks from the guys on top into the Kurnoths, hitting on 2s because of all the buffs. Rerolling 1s because of all out attack. And then wounding on 3s with 6s doing mortals. So we've got 3, 6, 7 wounds so far. No rend, so you're 4-up rerolling. Okay, go for it. 7 4-ups rerollable. Nice. Okay, so they're 2 damage a pop because I charged. That's 6 wounds of the pool. And then we'll do the rest of my attacks. 8 attacks from the powerful jaws, hitting on 4, 5s, 4s because I charged, 3s because of the command ability, rerolling 1s. 2 missed, that way not that one. Wounding on 4s, 1 mortal and 1 save. So rerollable. So 2 more wounds total with the mortal.
So 8.
And then we've got the mount attacks. So there's 4 times 3 to hit. Rerolling 1s. 12 attacks from 4 mounts. Still failed. And then 4s to wound, but 6s is kind of what I'm looking for. So we've got 1 mortal wound and 3 saves.
3 saves.
Oh, nice. Nice. So just 1 mortal wound from that.
So a total of 8, 9.
9 damage.
So 1's dead, 1 is dead, and 1 wound remaining.
Yep.
So we'll just leave that as it is, and that's all the attacks.
That's all the attacks.
So 1 did die at the back here, and 1's on 1 wound remaining next to the champion.
Yep.
So they're holding their own.
So we're going on to Battle Shock. My turn first. These guys, bravery 8. They don't have to take 1 because they only lost 1. Well, they can't fail, I should say. You're no negatives to bravery, are you?
No.
Okay, these guys lost 7. I'm going to spend a command point from my general to auto-pass them, and because they're targeting a Saurus unit on a 4-up, I won't spend it. I do spend it, so I have no command points.
Haha, he's fresh out.
They have
This is
passed.
perfect for me. I get some ability buffs. I think I get +1 for Durthu, and I think I get +1 for the Harvest Boon. I'll double check that.
Okay, but you're also... With losing 4 models, and the Terror ability from my Carnosaur negating the buff from Durthu, Nick is going to do what? What are you doing?
Spend a command point to auto pass.
Inspiring Presence! Or, you don't have to spend a command point, use your Triumph.
Yeah, good point. I'll do that.
Save-
That triumph that we always forget unless you're Terradon.
Save the command point.
Alright then, no command point spent, just use my triumph. Remember to
And
buy
I
me.
will not get 3 points, so it's 4-1 going into battle round 3. But we need to roll for Jeremy first, and then the round. So, Nick rolled a 6, so Jeremy goes, no! And runs all the way back to the
Back to his
board.
P-Rock.
Which is good for you, because Durtham is 20 models right now.
Yeah. And also the 30 Dryads next to him probably might help.
Well, they might do. So we'll go on to the roll-off, mate.
Important.
Alright, roll-off. Go on then.
It's a 3. It's out of the dice tray. It's a 3. So
you get to choose. Because you went first.
Oh yeah, good point, because you made me.
Yes.
So
you get to choose.
if I let Phil go first, he's only going to get 1 point, but he's going to trash my army, he's going to choose the combats, and it's going to rip a hole through my existence. But if so, I'll have a think.
Sure. What's going on, Nick?
So guys, after much deliberation and thought about points, I'm already ahead.
You are.
I'm on 4 points, Phil's on 1.
Yeah, I'm on 1 point, yeah.
So if I can just take this, and then even if I lose it for 3, so I think Durthu can cleave through one of your guys. I think my Dryads with an extra buff of attacks can cleave to sort this out. These Kernoth can just bamf off somewhere else and come back for a later shot.
Absolutely.
I think I've got enough here to be able to deal with the objective, which is the orb. It's going to be a tough nut to crack, but I think I can bring it down some levels. There's no healing, is there?
No.
Good.
So what does that mean?
Sylvaneth, turn 3.
Okay, going into the hero phase, Nick with his branch wraith, what's she doing?
Throne of Vines.
Yep. A 6 and a
1.
a
So
1.
that's 7. So
7.
off.
I will try and dispel that.
Okay.
Yeah, because you'll give you +2. No, I failed. I got a 4.
Okay. Now, Mystic Shield on
Okay.
Dryads.
Yes.
Cast on a 7, 8,
absolutely.
9. Which you can't.
So Mystic Shield and Throne of Vines. Bam, bam.
So, have we got the shield token?
You need to roll 2 5-ups for Rouse to Wrath on this Sylvaneth Wildwood against my
So on the
knights.
first 5 up? No.
No.
On the second 5 up? No.
No.
So no Rouse to Wrath.
No Rouse to Wrath.
Now.
Movement?
Yes.
Nice.
So, movement phase. The Kernoth have tactically retreated.
Bam!
Run away! To support the Dryads on the right flank, my right flank, so that they can give any buffs or reroll charges, whatever. So they're going to go for some skydivers over here.
Rude.
Durthu in the centre has moved to position himself. He wants to go for that Carnosaur because his sword has a lot of attacks. With an 8-inch range, 8-inch bubble from the trees gives a +2 attack to his sword, which is huge.
Yeah, man.
The Branch Wraith left her throne that she quickly made just so she'd get a spell off to come into this cover, so she's protected now, only possibly by Terradons if they're going to annoy her.
Yeah.
The Dryads have formed up, making sure they're all 3 inches away from the enemies. They're going to be ready for a charge with a load of buffs. The buffs will be targeted from Durthu himself. Oh, that's an interesting thought, actually. I have reconsidered something, remembering that there is no other hero over this side and Durthu's far away. I have to be wholly within 12 for my +1 attack. So the Branch Wraith stays there and tells her Dryad kin that the extra attack that I'll be going for in a minute will be coming from her, which gives a big 12-inch bubble around this side.
It's a bit of a retcon, but we're fine with that.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I did get the Mystic Shield off, that's what that means. And that's pretty much my army that's moved. Like, I've lost the Spite Revs, but
Meh.
they were going to die. They were more of a meat shield.
Shooting.
Yes. Durthu. Shine some light.
Durthu into the Starpriest.
Star Skink,
Yes. Let's do it.
3s.
4s, isn't it? You're
Oh yeah,
4s to
4s to hit, yeah.
4 hits.
So 4 hits. No lookout, sir, because there's just a big lizard's butt in the way. 3s to wound.
2 wounds. 2 6-up saves. I failed both.
D3.
-1. So 2, 3 damage. He's alive with 2 wounds remaining. Not a bad hit though. Down to 2 wounds on the Starseer. Let's go into the charge phase. The Dryads are going to charge in first. A 10. Nice. The Dryads have completed their charge. Who is next?
Durthu.
Durthu. Let's do it. 8. Yeah, he's getting where he wants to go. Ending the charge, crashing into the lines. Next charge.
Dryads.
Oh yes, they're in 2. Completing the charge into the Terradon Riders. Okay, is that all your charges, sir? We just had a chat off camera. We just reiterated Dirthu's actually going to charge towards the Terradons instead, just to give less choice. Because the thing is, if he charges into my Carnosaur, whatever he goes with first is going to attack. So bear with us, guys. We are rusty at this, so we're just discussing off camera which would be the better option. So Dirthu's going to charge this way. More than enough move to make it. I've got no issues with that whatsoever.
I also moved 2 Dryads back over here to maintain a wholly within 12 of the Wraith, so she can use the
because the command
boon ability.
Because that was always the intent. That was always the intent, and I think just got overexcited with the 10-inch charge with the Dryads. So just resetting game state just to let you guys know what's going on, and then we'll be back with the combat phase where I assume you're going to do the Dryads and you're going to buff them with +1 attack.
Yes. So 15 Dryads with 3 attacks each, that's 45, plus the Nymph. This is all going on Phil's Carnosaur Lord.
Yeah,
in the
Oldblood.
Oldblood. She is enraptured.
Yep.
So I'm hitting her on 3s.
Yep.
Rerolling 1s because I charged.
Yep.
And then I hope the best. I think it's the force wounds that's probably going to have
That'd be the big one, yeah.
But so how I'm going to do this is I'm going to do the 36 to hit and to wound with rerolls.
Yep.
Where I needed, and then do an additional 10 afterwards, which is the full 46.
Yes, into the Carnosaur. Cool. Reroll the 1s. We've already removed the misses. Nice. Never roll a wound. It's the 4s. This is the hard bit.
But you've got a 4-up save, so it's about average.
I do have a 4-up save.
I don't know what that counts as.
Roll it again. It was always a miss. 15 wounds so far. Here's the extra 10 though.
Reroll the 1.
Yeah, nice. Okay, then roll a wound.
Need just that again, really, because that was so good. Another 6.
So 21.
21
Ooh,
saves.
I should live, but we'll see. 21 saves on my general. Come on, live! It looks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think you got him. 12 wounds.
Has he got any feel no pain or?
He's not near the mystical terrain. I think 12 wounds gets him, mate. To the wound. Yes, it does. 12 wounds go through. He falters and dies.
That's what Dryad's good for, I guess.
Oh. Cool.
But that's weight of numbers. So against
absolutely.
an army like yours, which negates damage, I need to do that. So I've still got a few left to strike with, so we'll just count them up, and then we'll be attacking those knights.
Oh wait, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's right. Cool. Wait, 9? I had 21. Yep, we're fine. Ignore me. Ignore my babbling. 39 attacks.
Hit on 4s though, because I've not raptured.
Yeah. Rerolling 1 still though.
Yes.
Rerolls. Okay, now do 1 extra. Now let's roll that wounds.
I can also just quickly do 3 more.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, of course, 39, yeah. Reroll the 1. 1 extra hit. Force to wound. Not bad.
That's less.
13 saves. 4 up. 1, 2, 3 go through. I'm not near the mystical. So, wait, 3 go through? Yeah, 3 die because it's 6 wounds. 6 wounds. 3 down. I'm going to strike back with the Saurus because the Terradons are stomped. We didn't get that on camera. Also, nothing happened with the Wildwood. We did roll it off camera. No one got injured from the end of the charge.
Yeah, because it's a 6.
We just keep forgetting. We kind of just roll it and then carry on. So
it's because I'm not rolling it in the dice tray, folks.
I'm rusty. So 2 Saurus onto Dirthu. That's all I could get in. So 2 clubs. Both missed. And then we've got 4 bite attacks. 5s to hit. We've got 2 hits and force to wound. 1 wound, no rend. Hooray! Wait, you don't reroll ones, do you?
No.
Hooray! That's 1 wound. Down to 11?
Yeah.
Cool. And that's over to your pick.
Then I choose the Dryads at the back here.
Okay.
To pile in and strike probably the P trees.
Yep, fair enough.
Oh, and Enrapture, well, it's in range, yeah.
Yeah, so Enraptured, so 21 attacks, hitting on 3s.
Yeah, Enrapturing the Petries.
Pterodons.
21 attacks.
Rerolling 1s, because you charged, no?
I did.
Sweet. 2 rerolls. Huzzah!
17 hits, force to wound.
Nice. How many are we looking at, mate?
8, 9.
9, alright. A whopping 6 up save! Hey, that's not bad. So, I think they got 3 wounds each, yeah. So 1, 2 and a bit die. 2 and a bit die. So now it's back over to me. I can't do the Terradons, but I will do the Knights then.
5 Saurus Knights next, striking into the Dryads.
Yes. 4s to hit, no buffs on their war spears today. But an excellent roll. And then 3s to wound, 6s still do mortals, because I haven't had a turn yet. Ooh, 2 mortal wounds and 3 saves, no rend.
3 saves.
You get 4 up, don't you?
Yes.
Because there's lots of you.
Yes.
Cool, so 3 wounds total, well 3 damage total.
Yeah. So I'll just apply that and then...
Yep, and then I'll do the bites.
Yeah.
So we've got 10...
I'll just mark it as 3.
Okay. 10 bite attacks, hitting on 5s. Okay, I think that was a pretty good hit too.
6.
Oh, I want that for the wound roll.
Roll that again.
Yeah, I'm going to reroll these 5 dice instead.
Statistics.
Force the wound! 2 wounds and a mortal. So 2 saves. So 1 to 2 more damage.
So 5 total.
5 total. And then the mounts.
Yeah.
So they get 3 attacks each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because I'm coalesced. 3s to hit. Okay. Then 4s to wound. 6s do mortals in addition. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds, no rend. 1, 2, 3 more.
So that's
8 damage.
8 total. So I'll
8
remove
plus
those 8
Yes.
and be striking back with Dirthu.
Woo. Dirthu striking in. He's piled in, by the way, guys.
Striking the Saurus with all my attacks, a massive impaling talon first.
That's 6. That's D6 or is it 6?
It's 6 more wounds.
Okay, 6 damage into pull so far.
I'm just going to double check that.
No, I think it is. I think it's 6 more wounds.
Impale, if it make a hit roll of a 6, it's that inflicts D6.
Okay,
wounds.
D6. Okay.
So I'm not going to roll that dice. It's superstitious.
Of course. Okay, 6 more wounds. 6 damage to the pull.
Have 3 attacks with his sword, +1 from the sickle, +2 from being within 8
Nice.
of a wildwood.
Cool. Hitting
on 3s.
Rerolling 1s.
Rerolling 1s.
Nice.
And of course
2s.
they are 2s.
Of course.
Wounding on 3s.
Yeah.
2
-2.
Yeah, -2.
6 up saves. Failed both. So 6 damage each. So 12 damage.
12 plus 18 total.
Well, yeah. 16 total because I -1 damage off the 2 attacks. So 16 damage.
You would.
There's only 13 there.
If you suffered 6 mortal wounds, you would only suffer 5 more wounds.
No. The mortal wounds would go through at 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's just the damage of the weapon. So, yes, 16 mortal wounds, there's only 13 there. That is a dead unit. So, the Terradon's going to pile in, and as you have to finish your piling move as close as, what it's going to do is going to loop and just clip over your base. And the reason for this is so I can drop bombs, because it's only a move that triggers the bombs.
Yes.
Not a normal move, which is done in the movement phase, but any move. So on a 4-up, yep, you will take D3 mortal wounds, 2 mortal wounds. So that does bracket you in a weird roundabout way. I feel like this has already happened. That takes 2.
Time travel book.
That's 2 wounds. 2 more. And I'll attack you with 4 attacks.
Yeah,
We'll do that
attack me
in a
now.
sec.
So it's down to 9.
Okay, 4s. 4s. 2 more. No rend. 1 more.
Down to 8.
3 wounds. Down to 8.
You'll understand one day, folks.
One day.
You haven't got anybody to strike with.
That's
I
it.
haven't got anybody to strike with. Battle shock. It was
Yeah.
my turn. I think I have to Inspiring Presence.
Yeah,
So not probably within.
yeah, I think you might have to.
I've already used the free Inspiring Presence.
Okay.
So I have to spend a command point for this one. because I've lost 8 models.
Yeah.
Although, wait. So let's math it out here.
Math it out.
Spending my last command point to make them auto pass from the Wraith here, just telling them to stick around so that I can basically gain that objective, which is risky.
Yes.
There is enough in range to compromise that.
Yeah, we'll. I think you've got 4 and I've got 3 in range. We'll measure it up in a sec. I'll do my battle shock first. So over here, I'm bravery 5. I've lost 2.
Goodbye.
Oh boy, I'm out of here. And then the Knights lost 3 this turn. So on a 6, they're okay. That goes to 8. They're bravery 8.
Okay.
So none of the Knights flee. So we'll measure up the ranges for the objectives and we'll see what we score.
And put Durtho on 8 wounds.
Yes.
So I do have 4 in range, and Phil has 3, so I do get the 1 victory point. Puts him up to 5 to Phil's 1.
Yep.
So this is going into his battle round 3.
Yep.
I think he can pull 3 points here, but I'm still ahead by a point. So I think it's a Clash of Titans in the middle, and the secondary wave of your Saurus against my Dryads.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind that unit is still wholly within 6, so they're going to be -1 to hit.
So I need to pick a Sacred Asterism. So this guy's going to go Great Drake again and get +1 to all the attacks.
Does a hero just choose it?
I choose 1 Seraphon hero and he gets
Okay.
+1 attack. And then I'm going to see if I get a Astral Herald command point. No, but I do get 1 for the turn, so I'm up to 1. Then I'm going to try and cast Blazing Starlight. Doesn't cast. Needs a 6. So
Astral
no.
Herald.
Astral Herald is the command point one.
Oh,
Blazing
yeah.
Starlight is the -1 to hit.
Yarp.
And then, so that's failed. 1 command point, and then we'll go into the movement phase. Right, so at the end of the movement phase, what can I say? Well, first of all, the Serpent Staff was put on the Scarvet. So he's got 6 to wound on Mortal Condition. He's gone to face the Spirit of Durthu. Hopefully he can kill it. I'm a bit worried about that. The Starpriest has
If I
moved.
can get to stomp off.
True. Oh, thank you for mentioning that.
But he is now bracketed on the sword.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth it.
What?
It's not worth it charging him in, to
What,
be
a
fair.
4+ to strike class?
Yeah, it really isn't worth it. So then moving on, nothing happened in the middle here. The Saurus have moved 5 to get close to the Dryads, and the Knights in the back there are converging on the Branch Wraith. So the Starseer has moved up to be within 3 of Jeremy. Just counting as 20 models. So I will
There's
get
40 models on there then.
No, I don't. Well, he might be in range, the Scarvet, I'm not sure.
Jeremy's like right there.
That's true. He could potentially be 40 models. So we're going to go on to the shooting phase, where I've got a Venom Bolt from my Starpriest, which is going to shoot into Durthu just to see if he can take another wound off. Because why not? Venom Bolt from the Starseer, 3s to hit. 2 hits. 3s to wound. 1 wound, -1. Ah, clink indeed.
I don't like Venom, but, you know, whatever.
Yeah, it's true, you are a tree. Why would you care about Venom? So we'll go on to the charge phase. Again, I had to put the Serpent Staff on him anyway, because he's the only one in range, just if anyone's wondering.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do the Knights in the back there. I'll roll it in there. No, I'll roll it here. Sorry, I made you go everywhere. An 8-inch charge, I'll move them into the Wraith. Yep, so they have come in to charge a Branch Wraith. You know what, I might as well charge him, but into the Dryads.
Okay.
Let's just do that. Okay, so let's see. He gets a 5. I mean, 5 will get the front now. He needs a 6. Do I actually spend my 1 command point to make him in?
You're in range of Durthu.
I'm not going into Durthu. No,
What, because I reminded you about a stomp?
Yeah, no way in hell.
It's not like I ever forget the stomp.
I will re-roll the charge with my 1 command point because I kind of want him in just to eviscerate everything. A 5. Saurus coming in. 7. They all make it in. Okay, so ending the charge, the Saurus are going to pile in and strike first because you are -1 to hit because you're wholly within 6 of the Sylvaneth Wildwood. So let's pile them in and get some attacks. Anyone attacks with the clubs because there's still over 15 of them. Hitting on 3s but goes to 4s because you're in the Wildwood.
Near the Wildwood.
I normally hit on 4s but I get +1 because I charge, just in case you guys are wondering. So let's do this. Hitting on 4s. No rerolls of any kind, but that was a solid hit. to wound. Apparently I gulp. Okay. So we're looking at only 5. -1 though, because they're clubs.
-1 because they're clubs. Well, I'm tree, so I get
You are tree.
2 die.
Okay, so that's...
I get 5 up, goes to 4 up, then go back to 5 up, so 3 die.
3 die so far. I've got the bites. Hitting on 4s goes to 5s. Normally 5s and all that. That was 4s to wound. 7 wounds. 7 wounds. Oh man, this day. 7 wounds, no red, mate.
7 wounds.
Yep.
5, 6, 7.
4 up.
Shaky cam whilst laughing, folks. That's legit.
Any ones? Nope.
I don't ever get ones for Mystic Shield.
Mystic Shields. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dead. So that's 9 dead.
9. Right, I know where we're taking them from.
Nice.
It's
Striking back with the Dryas, you're just piling in. We've got 3 going into the Knights, then everything else into the Saurus. 4s to hit.
No enrapturing or anything like that.
1 hit.
1 hit and a wound.
4 up save.
Haha.
Failed, so it takes a wound. And then load onto the Saurus. 21 into the Saurus. There is a nymph in there somewhere.
21 attacks into the Saurus, hitting on 4s.
Wounding on 4s. That was better. That was alright. 3, 6.
Yep.
6 low wounds. 4 up save. No rendo. 1, 2, 3, 4 drop. 4 Saurus die.
That goes.
Okay, so these Knights are going to pile into the branch wraith. Are you -1 to hit or anything?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm +1, so I'm back to hitting on 3s with the guys on top.
Okie doke.
3s to hit. Ooh, lots of 2s there. And then 3s to wound. 2 wounds, no rend.
2 saves. 1 fade, 1 failed. No, it's got a 5 up normally because it's a Dryad, and then goes up to 4 up.
Bites, back to 5s. Okay, so we've got 3 hits. Wound. 1 wound, no rend. Another 4 up save because of the cover. And then the cold ones. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hitting on 3s. Oh, that's out of bounds. 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds, no rend. How much have you taken so far?
2.
Okay.
No, 1.
Is it 1? Okay. 3 more wounds?
Is it rend?
No rend.
So 4 up, 3 more taken, so we'll double check, but I think she's alive with 1 wound.
I think she's got 1 wound left.
I know how to work a camera, you don't tell me what to do. My branch wraith is down to 1 wound, folks.
Woo!
So now it's over to my choice, which is the branch wraith that's still alive.
Just.
She won't be for much longer. Is she trapped?
Yeah.
Do you get an extra crit on that? She's got like 3 attacks, I think. It's basic, I think. We'll just do that.
3 attacks, 4s and 4s, -1 rend a damage. I've been reliably informed. Nice.
1.
5 up. Made it. Way. Okay, so that'll be my Knights. These ones.
These Knights now. So there's 4 guys there? 5 Knights.
5s to hit because of the not the enrapturing song, because you're -1 to hit. Ah, drop one as well. 2, 3 hits. There's only 3 hits. 3s to wound. That's not flat. 3 wounds, no rend. 2 dead so far. 10 attacks from the bite. 6 is to hit because you're -1. Only 1. Doesn't wound. And then I'll need to add some more dice. 15 attacks for the cold ones. 3 each is 5. 4s to hit now. Okay. 4s to wound. We're looking at 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds. No rend. Mate. 3 more. 3 more drop. Right, so going into the end of battle round 3, so we'll go on to battle shock tests, because that's the end of combat. I lost 4 Saurus, so let's roll it up. Fine. And then you lost 14. You've only got 8 left, so it's going to be d6 plus 8. There's only 8 remaining.
They flee.
They flee.
Don't have any more command points.
Nope. That is the Dryads out of here. And I do gain 3 points at the end of this turn.
Putting you up to 4.
So I'm a point behind. You're looking a bit thin on the ground, but it's not a bad, you still got a little bit left in you.
Not much left in the rat round, but I think I need to get this next round so I can bamf my Wraith out of there, summon some more troops, and maybe get Durthu to charge in there and stomp that guy. The stomp won't matter. I think the stomp matters if it's like a counter charge.
If I charge you, yeah.
So let's roll it up.
Cool. With a roll of a 4, Jeremy jumps and goes bark bark, and then ends up right here. This game, it's making it very difficult for me to win this game.
But if I go first, I'm only getting 1, so I think choices need to be made. Let's do the roll off. It's live. It's ready.
Know.
Phil got a 5. I probably need a 6. I don't. Ooh. You get the choice. So, if you go second, you will beat me on points. But
yeah, I will actually. Depending. Well, no, I need to be able to capture it first, mate.
You've got 2 heroes with enough things over here.
What, to get over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, no, I see what you mean.
But if I go first, then I can kill things. I'm only going to get 1 point. So.
That's difficult.
But it's only battle round 4, and we go to battle round 5. So if you can choose deployments, get. Like maybe you send your troops in, kill Durthu with like a double charge.
I think I might need to. I don't know, mate. I'll have a think. After having a think about it, it's hard for me to claw back into this game considering where the objective is.
Is there a joke in there about clawing back?
Ha! Maybe. It's hard for me to get back into this game where the objective is. I need to stop you getting 3 points. Because if I go second, you're going to kill my Carnosaur, you're going to bamf out of there, you're going to have your hero support. I need to play for turn 5. So I'm going to take the turn, mate. That's
Choice
it, Seraphon.
Made.
Yeah, play a long game, hopefully. We'll see. So, hero phase. Do I gain a command point or 5 up? Yes, so I gain 2 command points this turn, putting me to 3. Did I use mine last turn? No, I didn't actually. Putting me to 3 command points.
It was the general that had the ability to get it back. That's,
General's dead. Next, I will choose for my asterism +1 to run and charge.
Nice.
And then I will attempt to cast Blazing Starlight onto Durthu. Gets it with an 11.
Well, I can. What's it called? Boxcars.
Yeah, you can boxcars it.
If I could boxcars this, then you're not getting Starlight. But if you is, then Durthu's kind of a bit numb.
Hit, yeah. There we go. Okay, so Durthu is -1 to hit, and I'm going to put the Serpent Staff Knights.
Nice.
All right. So now we'll go to movement. So we're going to do some summaries now instead of going to the upper shot because we're into the final stages of the game. So this is the start of the movement. I'll show you how it ends up. End of the movement phase. So the Carnosaur ran 14 because he can run and charge because he's slain models. And the Starpriest right up his backside just to claim this objective. He's going to charge through into the Dryads. The Knights have come around to try and threaten the Spirit of Durthu, just to hopefully pin him in combat, bracket him a bit more. And the Saurus have ran up and they've stayed in combat, so we'll go straight to the charge phase because everything ran that can shoot. We'll start over here and we'll work our way down. Carnosaur. Yep, 11, so he's going to basically pop through here and... Oh, stupid spear. He's going to charge the Dryads, guys. Ending the charge into the Dryads next to the Knights. Yes, I wanted a big charge. 11, great, so I'll move them in.
So...
Crashing into Durthu, ending up like so. And then that's all the charges. I'm going to go with the Knights first.
Makes sense. I will be ruling Stomp.
Yeah, before I choose the Knights.
Before choosing anything, I roll for Stomp. Stomp doth not happen. Now you choose.
Cool. So I'm going.
The Knights.
There's some command abilities I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So his, I think. So I will go with this. His is in the combat phase. So what I will do is I'll spend a command point to give these guys all out attack.
Yep.
And I'm also going to spend a command point to give them his command ability, Saurian Savagery. So I pick one Saurus unit wholly within 18 until the end of the turn. Any 6 scores 2 hits instead of 1 on the target.
Who was Serpent Staffed?
The Knights.
Okay.
So the Knights have to do it all. So we'll see. We'll get some dice and we'll attack. Right, so Spore Spears, hitting on 3s because I charged, re-rolling 1s because of all out. Oh my lord, look at all those 6s. Okay, so I add in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more attacks because of the Saurian Savagery ability. Winning on 3s.
11 saves?
11 saves, yeah, mad roll.
Losing...
4 wounds because 2 damage each.
He has a 3-up save? Yeah, he does have a 3-up save.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, so 4. So it goes down to 4 wounds remaining. You've got the rest of your attacks.
Got the rest of my attacks.
Damn.
Did I get any 6s to wound? We'll check the clip.
Durthu is down to 2 wounds.
Yeah, because we did have 2 6s from the Serpent Staff, doing 2 mortals. Now the Bite's hitting on 4s, rerolling the 1s, any 6s are additional hits.
This is where the Stomp would have saved him.
It really would have. So add 2 more in for the 6s. Wounding on 4, 6s are mortal, 2 mortal, that's him, dead.
Dead skis. And then this Dryad with 1 wound will have 1 wound, and then you've got 2 heroes left, and I've got 10 Dryads, probably not even that. So all that's really left is my 2 Kurnoth.
So we'll finish up this turn,
and then that's the Kurnoth. That's the Sylvaneth battle, really, because... So, Phil umming and ahhing about it. We'll set up a post-game to discuss.
We'll chat it. 14 attacks from the Dryad, 7 able to swing.
15 champion.
15 champion, yeah. 4's to hit, my turn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's basically decided.
Yep, okay.
No, 1 wound.
1 wound, 4-up save. Made it. Okay, and then I'll do the Knights over there, which we'll do off camera because it's only 1 wound left. Literally got the Warblades did manage to finish off the Branch Wraith, so then it'll be over to the Carnosaur to see what that can do. 6 attacks from the guy on top. 2 to hit because I charged. Okay, 4 hits, 3's to wound, 3 wounds, no rend. 4 damage, so that's 4 dead so far. Clawed 4 limbs, we've got 2 attacks, 3s and 3s.
4 damage? There's a 3 and a 6 and a 1?
Yeah, 2 damage each.
Oh, I see, sorry, I think.
1 hit, no wounds. He's not going to do it, is he? 4 attacks from the jaws, 2's to hit, because I'm charging, and you're tiny. 3's to wound, 2 wounds, -1. 5 extra damage.
So 9.
9 damage. 1's left, so he's going to flee to Battle Shock.
Yeah. Dead over here, dead in the centre. So Wraith dies, Durthu dies, 1 Dryad left.
Yeah.
The Kurnoth Hunters have basically got to cleave through 2 heroes that they can't reach to try and
move.
get.
Yeah, that's fair.
So basically, I think it's sound to say
you won't get the 3, and then if it goes over here, then you might get it. But if it goes back to the centre,
yeah.
Okay, so how about this? So should we just roll to see where Jeremy will go? Because if it goes that way to the centre, like after the turn, then it's done. You know, or do you want to roll up this charge just to see if you even make it? If you don't make it, then it's properly game.
There's swords there. I don't have any command abilities.
So it's 1 damage each.
Exactly, so there's no point.
Yeah, okay.
So it's safe to say that after a bit of showmanship, allowing you to roll some dice,
thanks, mate.
especially for monsters, it's a Seraphon victory.
So that's it. So that's going to be a Seraphon victory. Are you sure you want to concede?
Yes, I am
2 models
positive.
left? Okay, fair enough.
I have 3 models left. Maybe 1 will fail to Battle Shock and I'll have 2. There we go, he's definitely failed.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just 2.
So let's start with the post game then.
I think it was a stomp and we've got some stuff to discuss,
yes,
folks.
Yes, we do. And that's the end of the game. It's a Seraphon victory after concession. It was good though. It's good to be back.
Yeah, like obviously first time back, we're going to be a little bit rusty.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, we have been doing a bit of wargaming, but you know, it's kind of...
I haven't. What are you talking about?
I mean, not wargaming, but like modelling and stuff. Trying to keep the hobby fresh, but yeah, like this game, there was some times where... should we say time travel? Yeah, obviously off camera things happen.
Yeah, that's true.
But we're back. So expect more from us. There's General Handbook.
19, couple of weeks.
Yeah, is
20.
it 20? Yeah, 20.
20, sorry.
So
20.
there's a lot of updates there. We were going to try and film a fair few games, get some content out for you, but due to the new General Handbook coming out, those will basically be null and void with updates.
Yeah, it's true.
So we've got a couple of games in store for you.
Yep.
So stay tuned. But yeah, I mean, it's good to be back.
Oh,
It's good to be playing again. Like,
it's good stuff.
I think the more it's definitely the more you play, the more you feel in that environment. So like now I'm going to want to be painting more.
Yeah, that's
and
fair. I
changing
think
some things around.
I mean, if you're a hobby or a painter first and the game second, it's not too much of a difference. But I think we're gamers first. So like, if we're not gaming, I love the game still there, but it kind of goes down a little bit because you're not playing the game. But to be back into it again is awesome. This game specifically, I don't know. I don't
think rules-wise we're still up there. There were a few mistakes, but we sorted it out.
Yeah, that's true.
So like we're still on par with our development in how we've changed.
Of course. Let me think. Whatever the new setup.
Yeah,
that's
this
what
new setup we're trying. It's taken a lot longer. I got here at like 10 this morning and we're finishing at like...
What time is it? It's 10 to 8.
Yeah.
It's 10 to 8.
So that's like a good old 10-hour shift of...
Well, let's be honest, we started the game probably about 12, so it's probably been about 8 hours. Yeah.
But getting back in the swing of things, it was a smaller game. You've got another game tomorrow.
I do.
I'll probably be gaming sometime next week.
Yeah, definitely. And then that'll probably be it until General's Handbook. So probably look forward to about 3 games until General's Handbook 20 comes out. But yeah, man. So this game...
it was very swingy.
I don't like the Relocation Orb.
I feel like if there's any updates, they should make an update to Relocation Orb. Like, I always worried about it when I first heard about it, because I was like, oh, only heroes with artifacts of power and wizards can capture it. And then you think, well, they're just going to be killed off first.
That was the original iteration.
And then they changed it in
2019
with those people count as more.
Correct.
Which is good. I mean, I still feel like I had a lot to take on today. Like, there's a lot of Saurus, there's a lot of attacks.
There was, yeah.
And even though I have a -1 to hit near trees, I mean, it doesn't renounce your ultimate buff factory.
No.
Few mistakes were made. Stomps need to be done. Command points, I think, in a 2,000 point list, I would have had an extra command point.
Same.
Maybe the hive.
What about the slam?
Yeah, like you not running the slam today, I was like, jaw hit the floor. I was like, whoa, what's going on, you know? But I think it's okay to play Lizardmen armies with actually like the original Lizardmen Saurus, okay?
What about the slam?
So you don't need the frog, you don't need the skinks, you've just got Saurus, and they're now just as good as they were.
Yeah, they're decent. They're alright.
Back in like, you know, first edition with
what it is, okay, so the Magic Slams, Croak is the best one, obviously. But you can play Lizardmen, they've got so many different playstyles in the book, because that's what I love about this book now. It's awesome.
And that's what they need to do with a lot of army books. They need to make sure that they're giving a few playstyles. Because armies that only have one playstyle maybe get a bit boring for people.
That's
like
fair, yeah.
Slaanesh, they're a bit glass cannon, so you charge, you hit,
you make them
if you don't kill, and then but there's still ways of summoning her in it. Caradron have got their kind of like trickery thing and flying around. Sylvaneth have got their Bamf ability, but I could play like just a Tree Lord army, you know, and do just fine. I think. Go on.
Sorry, what I was going to say is the thing is that some books have multiple playstyles, but one playstyle is so far cut above the rest that you never see the other playstyles. Whereas in the Seraphon book, you've got Croak up here, and like whatever, Fangs of Sotek is probably the way to go. But then all the other playstyles, they're not all the way down here, they're actually kind of middling. So they're actually not that bad to play at all, they're actually still pretty good. So yeah, I'm happy with that, it's awesome for me. Sylvaneth are still kind of a weaker book than they used to be.
I mean, they've got their trickery, and that's what counts. Yeah. And it's not like the rules are there.
Yeah.
But it's how you use it to your advantage, and if like you don't have to wait for your opponent to make a mistake. It's just the basis of how the game works out. Like, do you get that stomp off? Like, so if I would have got the stomp off, the Dirthu wouldn't have died. It's like a 50-50 chance.
Yeah, it's true.
And yeah, like the whole, maybe I should have retreated, left Dirthu to this side, seeing that the rest of his forces were there, moved him over and let the Dryads deal with them and let the Saurus kind of... I mean, he did kill the whole unit of
That's the
Saurus.
thing, should you have charged in on that turn instead of going for the...
Because it was a double charge, so me recalculating a charge, I don't want to send him in, because obviously I'm going to go for my Dryads first, and then, you get to poke it and destroy Dirthu.
But if
I don't
you
think
stomped the Saurus...
No, because I have to be within 1 inch.
So you couldn't stomp the star
it would have been an open
Okay.
pile-in where I would have basically, even with a pile-in, there had to be no Saurus there.
Yeah.
Or the Dryads piling into the Saurus, not really caring about P-trees.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, got Mystic Shield off today, folks, but, no ones to re-roll on the saves. Thanks.
As is tradition. But no, it's good to be back. This was a crazy long game because of new camera angles, as you've probably seen, and stuff. We're trying stuff. Well, I'm always trying to improve what we do, so I hope it shows, and I hope you like it, so that'd be fun. But I think that's everything from us here today.
Yes.
So, good to be back, guys. Thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for watching. Happy wargaming. You know how you can support us. I love you all. Take it easy. Peace.